This video provides an overview of the GitLab integration using the Syndeia web dashboard for Syndeia Release 3.4. We recommend watching video 1.9, Introduction to the Syndeia web dashboard, first, which illustrates how to log into the web dashboard and its principal features. In this video, we begin on the Repositories page, where we identify the GitLab category and expand it to show the specific repositories in this category. If there are no existing repositories, we can add one by selecting GitLab and clicking the plus-shaped Add Repositories icon. In our case, we already are linked to an existing repository named GitLab at Intercax. If we need to add or update our access credentials for this, select it and click the gear-shaped Update Repositories icon. If our credentials are good, GitLab at Intercax appears in the Tree View column and can be expanded to show groups, projects, branches, and commits. Note the differing icons. For more information on the GitLab data model and how it relates to the Syndeia graph, review the background section of the GitLab hands-on tutorial 24.1. We can launch the GitLab page in our default browser directly from the Tree View by right-clicking and selecting More Details. We can also learn more about the objects in the tree view using the icons on the right. Details shows us the properties of the GitLab element, including its name, type, URL, and others. These can be displayed in the default order shown or alphabetically using the icons at the top. Click Details again to close this panel. The search icon allows us to search the repository by project or resource. If we choose resource, we can select a project and resource type to search and enter text from the resource name, for example, master. From the search results on the right, we can right-click an object and access the same functions available in the tree view to the left. The relations icon lets us see what the selected element is connected to. The Syndeia web dashboard shows both inter-model connections, the links from the GitLab element to a model element in another domain, which Syndeia creates and manages, and intra-model connections between GitLab elements. However, in Syndeia 3.4, Syndeia recognizes no intra-model relationships inside GitLab. In this case, there is one existing inter-model connection to a JAMA requirement. We can add a second from the web dashboard using the Add icon, which opens a new window. To add a new reference relationship to the Syndeia database, we select a Syndeia project, review video 1.5 on projects if needed, select a target repository, Jira at Intercax in this case, and expand the contents of that repository to check the box beside the element we want to connect to. Before creating the connection, we have the option of setting the direction of the relation, all Syndeia connections having a defined direction. When we click Create Reference Relationship and refresh the Relations display, the new intermodal relation appears. In Syndeia Release 3.4, this feature works only for reference intermodal connections. Intramodal connections and model transform intermodal connections are not possible for the GitLab integration, but may be available in future releases. The Syndeia web dashboard provides an alternate view of the network connections involving GitLab elements called the Digital Thread Explorer. If we right-click on a GitLab element and choose Graph View, the window shifts to show a single node. If we hover over it, info appears about it in a small window. Its color corresponds to the color key on the right. View video 1.10, Setting Graph Display Preferences, for info about graph colors and layout. If we right-click and choose Expand, we see all the intermodal connections to it. In this case, to a Jira issue we just connected, and to the JAMA requirement. As in the tree view, we can open the connected element directly from the diagram in our browser, if its repository is accessible through Syndeia Cloud. We can also expand the new nodes to interactively follow the chain of connections. There are a few features of the GitLab integration, such as compare operations across reference connections, which are only accessible from the Syndeia client dashboard. Check out the GitLab tutorials and demonstrations under Syndeia plugin headings.